These 7 AI automations that I'm about to show you can handle your leads, follow-ups, and booked calls. And once they're set up, you barely even touch them. And they all run inside one tool, HighLevel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best and up-to-date automations that real businesses use to save time, money, effort. So let's get into it. So like I just mentioned, the tool I'm going to be using today to create these modern-day automations and really show you the workflows that can actually give you competitive advantage is called HighLevel. And if you want to get started, I am going to give you a 30-day trial down below if you want to sign up. The reason you might want to use it is because if you are going to sign up without the link, you're only going to get 14 days for free, but with it, you're getting 30 days. But once you sign up, let's actually proceed to the dashboard. And so once you sign up, you will see this kind of dashboard right here. Now, real quick, if you're actually new to HighLevel, first of all, about a month ago, I made this full tutorial on HighLevel that is already on my channel. In that 27-minute guide, I basically covered every single use case, or rather, I covered the basic setup that you would need to go through in order to get started with HighLevel. And hey, there's so many people nowadays just pitching and shilling HighLevel. So I do want to give myself some credibility. The reason you could potentially listen to me is because my team and I, we used HighLevel to generate results like this. And it's really the tip of the iceberg. I haven't been pushing this low ticket product that much lately, but in its lifetime, it's generated multiple 6 figures. And we're now also using HighLevel for our high ticket coaching business. So it is really a useful tool for not only agencies, but also for consultants and info operators. And so the automations that I'm going to be showing you in today's video are really universal for really any industry because leads are leads, right? You need to deal with the leads regardless. And so that really is what we're covering in today's video. So I think the first automation on my list that every single business out there needs is what's called voice AI. And basically it is automated AI agents that can handle both inbound and outbound sales and customer support. So think of it as a 24/7 robot that can, accept and make calls on your behalf. Now, what kind of calls really and the further context needs to be configured by you. And it's also made easy here with those templates. So I think this would be more useful for like traditional agencies, even brick and mortar businesses. Like, I don't know, if you're running a restaurant and you have calls coming in, or you're running like a tire shop or a real estate agency, or really anything online where you have calls coming in. And so, for example, you can actually click here. Actually, I would recommend starting from exploring templates because it's going to give you a lot of idea. So just go ahead and click on create from scratch. And then I do recommend you to go into browse marketplace if you really don't know what you're doing, and then click on continue here. And as you can see, you're going to come across all these pre-existing templates. So for example, you can also look at this number right here, which, represents how many minutes it's been engaged in, meaning, the more minutes it has, the more popular it is. So for example, Samantha here is the #1 agent. So we can click into that agent. And once you click into the agent, you are going to see the actual use case. And so for example, here in the distribution type, you can see it's for sub accounts. So potentially it could be even a part of your service that you could sell to other businesses as well. Like if you want to run an AI agency. But basically what the use case here is just general Q&A and support. So if you want something general and simple, you could potentially install this agent. And with that being said, it makes sense why it has the most downloads. People probably want to just get started with the simple use cases and automate those and then gradually move on to the more complex cases. But here you can click on install and then just simply allow and install. And then once you install your agent, you can again go back into voice AI, and then you can go to agent list. Now, real quick, your agent is going to appear here. So for example, that was the agent that we selected from the templates. But if you do want to create a custom agent, just real quick, want to show you how it's done. And it's so simple. You go click on create an agent and then click on create custom agent. And then you will go in here and basically configure your agent. So things like agent name, business name. But the important things here are selecting the voice. And I believe HighLevel, it seems like, is integrated with 11 Labs. So you are getting some of the industry's top voices. So you are just, feel free to listen through those. You can actually toggle on here high quality only. I do recommend doing that because you don't want your agent to sound robotic on the phone. And that allows you to counter that. And so then click on save. And then the important thing here is choosing the LLM model. Now you do also want to look at the price estimate to make an educated decision, but I do not recommend going with GPT-4o, which is here by default. If I were you, I would go with at least Claude 4.5 Sonnet. I'm a little biased. I love Claude. I don't really like GPT lately for any use case whatsoever. So I would recommend going with this one. It's just going to be more intelligent. And it's only about, seems like 15 20% more expensive, so it's not that big of a deal. And then here you can configure your agent's initial message. Again, this really depends on your business and the actual use case of why you're really implementing this agent. You guys can let me know down below if you want me to make a whole other video with like potential use cases of these agents, but for now I'm like showing you the high level process. So here you can also create a knowledge base. Now this would be like a pre-configured file that you're gonna go ahead and upload, which once again should declare information of your business. For example, if you're like a real estate agency, just input whatever information it has to know about your business, working hours, services you provide, pricing, etc. Then you can also integrate it with workflows, right? Whatever you want. So depending on the use case. And then once that's done, so for example, these will be the workflows, you just click on next. And then here you can go ahead and actually test your agent. And once everything looks good to you, you can actually just go ahead and save. And just like that, you will have your voice AI configured. So the next feature on the list that I want to mention here is going to be funnel AI. Basically, every single business needs to have a landing page, and really not just a landing page, but an actual funnel, right? For those of you who are newer to the marketing, in case you don't know what a funnel is just a converting mechanism of someone just encountering your business and turning that curious person into a buyer. So I want to show you an example. So I have this low ticket community, right? And it has this description. And what we also have is this page that we built, and it is my funnel, right? So it's, as you can see, it's a page with like pictures and what I've done in my life and some results that I generate with my businesses across the years of me doing online business, blah blah blah. Like, as you can see, it's a long page, testimonials, all this good stuff. And it's essential to have something like this in your sales process in order to gain trust from my potential prospect. Because I mean, let's agree, not having this kind of a landing page, right, with this so much information, and just having like this, for example, like just a single video with a bunch of text, is just not good enough. And so that is why you need a funnel, right? And you might think that you really don't need it, right? You might know what a funnel is, but you might think that all you need is like a community landing page. No, you'd be wrong. So what I'm getting to here is funnel AI with HighLevel allows you to basically literally use AI to do all the heavy lifting for you and allow you to build that funnel in pretty much minutes. So let me show you how it's done. So in HighLevel, once again, in the sub account view mode, you're going to go here on the left side where it says sites, and then you will naturally end up in the funnels tab. As you can see here, we've got a bunch of funnels that we've used for this low ticket business, because that's the account we used primarily for that. And so now in the top right corner, you're going to click on new funnel, and this tab is going to pop up. Now you can obviously select either and create one like from blank and then from templates, but it's kind of the old way of doing it, because you do have the option of building it with AI. So let's click on to continue. Now let's say I want to build a funnel for this low ticket community. Let's imagine I don't have this website in place. So let's just call this AI Guy Academy. And so for the industry type, I'm probably going to select educational consultant. Yeah, I guess that works. Doesn't matter that much. And then click on next. And so here it says I'm looking for a funnel for my educational business that you selected, and then business to generate more leads, get appointments, showcase your services, sell products and services. Probably sell products and services, because in my case, I use YouTube to generate the leads. And so this would be the place where the leads come to, with already some context in mind about what I do and who I am. So that's just something for you to consider. And content should feel, I wish there was an option to choose multiple, because I would like it to be both persuasive, sarcastic, and friendly. But if I only have to choose one, I'll probably go with friendly. And now let's click on generate. And so after a few moments, this is the kind of result that we got. Of course, this currently doesn't really have anything to do with my business, because now where you come in is you need to basically customize certain elements. Now, if you want to see a detailed process of actually setting up your funnel, I did cover it in the previous tutorial on my channel about GoHighLevel. I actually went into detail on how to connect a domain and publish your website and add important links. But on a high level, of course, just click through every single link and then ensure that it matches, the description of your business. And another pro tip, what you can also do is you can just click on Ctrl-A or save this page as a PDF and then give it to Claude. And then also just use Whisper Flow to dictate some details about your business. And then you're going to have Claude telling you exactly what to insert where, so that you don't even have to think about it. Just use AI to further edit this whole thing. And again, if you want more guidance on how it's done in detail in terms of like connecting the backend and whatnot, there's going to be a link in the description to the full guide on setting up GoHighLevel, so make sure to check that out later. But now let's move on to the next use case. So the next feature on the list here is going to be called Conversation AI. And basically what it does is it's, remotely similar use case to voice AI, except voice AI is going to be dialing and calling the phone on your behalf. Well, Conversation AI is going to be responsible for the actual conversations. So really chatting. Now, if I go to the landing page of this feature, how it works is fairly simple. So first of all, you're going to train Conversation AI on websites, FAQs, and even Google Docs, meaning you can give it custom data, whatever you want to give it, so that it understands the nitty gritty of your business. And once it's trained, you're going to launch Conversation AI across live chat, SMS, although for that you need A2P connected. Let me know, by the way, if you want a video on that, because I recently connected A2P. And it's not an easy task nowadays, if you know, you know. But it also can chat Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, and even WhatsApp. So you can have this AI chatting and replying to your customers literally anywhere and everywhere you could imagine. At least as far as I understand, these are all the platforms where business is done nowadays. I don't see Telegram, but I think it's also coming on here very soon. And then, of course, once everything is plugged in and ready to go, Conversation AI replies instantly to all conversations and even books appointments. And so once again, to set it up, you're going to go to AI agents here on the left, go to Conversation AI, and then you're going to click on create a bot. Actually, before that, you might want to manage your knowledge base and make sure that it has the needed and corresponding knowledge base, whatever you're creating it for. It should have all the knowledge. Don't expect it to just understand everything without you giving it the context, obviously, right? And so here you have various options. So you can have a guided form setup, you can have a prompt-based setup, or a flow-based builder. So if you're just getting started and it's going to be your first bot, you might want to go with the guided form setup. So click on create a new bot. And then here you might want to select the use case. So simply like general Q&A from customers or appointment booking. So let's do a general Q&A bot. And so here you are going to have to insert things like brand name, company website, company email. Then here you can also select tone of voice and then add your target audience and then customer pain points. And then, these things are rather optional, but don't perceive them as optional. This is extremely high leverage spend of your time. So sit here once for like 20 minutes, fill it all out. Obviously, you can use AI once again, like Claude, to help you come up with the answers for these questions. And then once everything is done, just click on save and then proceed to the next step. And then here you can name your bot. Let's say it's going to be AI Guy Academy Support. And then you can also select the preferred channels that is going to be operating within. And then wait time before bot response. So actually, that's a really cool one. And I want to emphasize, so if you don't want to make it seem like, it's an actual bot that is chatting, maybe you can give it like a, 15 seconds time to actually type out the message so that people don't immediately assume that it's AI, right? It might throw some people off. I don't know. I might be tweaking here, but you be the judge. Just letting you know that it's a strategy. And then here, also just reply to these remaining questions. So really add the objections or the questions that you expect your customers to ask the most. Now, a pro tip here, if you have any recorded existing Q&A real-time calls or conversations with your existing customers, you can give those to AI like Claude or ChatGPT as well, and it's going to give you back those objections or questions that you can put in here so that you don't have to overthink it as well. And then once those are done, just click on save and your thing is going to be ready. And then you're going to find your bot here in the Conversation AI. Go to agents list. As you can see, we've already had one running for a while, but if you make a new one, you can set it as primary and then obviously just give it a few iterations so you can actually go ahead and test the bot right here. So go to bot trial, make sure it corresponds to whatever you want it to correspond to, right? Just make sure it works because you don't want to give something buggy or just weird to your customers. And once you give it a run, fully deploy it, make it as primary right here. Make sure also all of your chatting channels are properly connected to HighLevel as well, obviously. And once all that's done, your bot is going to be ready to be deployed to your website. So the next section I want to talk about is going to be here on the left. That is called automation, but really the section we're going to go through, that is the workflow list or really the workflows. And so as you can see myself, I have a bunch of workflows here. Now, since the business I'm personally using HighLevel mostly for is info business, a lot of our business happens through email. And so we personally have a lot of automations that are related to emails. So for example, the Black Friday launch we recently did, we did build this little flow and automation, which basically helps us to sort leads by high income countries and low income countries. So if anyone comes into the funnel from a low income country, we just don't want to sort of deal with them. That way it allows us to save money and credits on the actual workflows. And then those that are from high income countries, and those are sorted by the phone code regions, they are then allowed to opt in via SMS, and then they're going to get further reminders. So instead of like sitting here and manually sending out reminders like within 36 hours, you can actually configure something like this to be sent out on your behalf. And as you can see, there is no end to it. Or I mean, there is end to it, but what I'm saying is like you can really go the extra mile and configure it as per your vision and how often you want people to be reminded about your campaign or whatever it is you're doing. And that's just one example or a use case of this workflow feature. You can also go here in the top right, click on create workflow, and then you can build using AI. Or if you know what you're doing and you have a vision for something, of course you can start from scratch or a template, but building using AI is more fun, I feel like. And here you can also see frequent use cases, right? So appointment automation, contact management, email campaigns, form automation, lead nurturing, whatever. You can also just dictate up your vision here, or you can use also Claude to form a prompt, that you're going to put in here for your precise point. But let's just say, for example, I want a form automation. So it's going to pre-configure a prompt for me. When form is submitted, send SMS to lead, wait 5 minutes to response. Cool. Sounds something that real businesses do use. So just to show you how it builds with AI from scratch. So it's going to create this window on the left side, and then your workflow is going to be configured in literally seconds. Fairly simple, right? Not as complex as what I showed you moments ago, but it doesn't need to be complex. Back there, we were running a large campaign, which did result us in 50K cash collected. So like it kind of has to be complex sometimes, but for something simple and fundamental, it can also be something like this. And so, yeah, that's how it's done really. So then once you think it's good enough, you can test the workflow and then finally just click on publish. And that's how it's going to be done. So that's pretty much all I had for today's video. Remember, down below, you can use my 30-day free trial for HighLevel if you want to check this software out. In my opinion, it's the all-in-one ultimate marketing software that you could ever need. And I'm not pitching it to you. I genuinely do believe so. And I use it myself for pretty much everything when it comes to operations. But now you can click right here if you want to watch a full video where you can basically see me setting up the whole thing from start to finish. Click right here and I'll see you in that video.